Discrimination of Two Loves, Heroic and Vulgar, by John Addington Symonds. Resuming the results of the last four sections, we find two separate forms of masculine passion clearly marked in early Hellas, a noble and a base, a spiritual and a sensual. To the distinction between them the Greek conscience was actually sensitive, and this distinction, in theory at least, subsides throughout the history. They worshipped Erôs as they worshipped Aphrodite, under the twofold titles of Ouranios, celestial, and Pandemos, vulgar, or volvivaga. And while they regarded the one love with the highest approval as the source of courage and greatness of soul, they never publicly approved the other. It is true, as will appear in the sequel of this essay, that the boy love in its grossest form was tolerated in historic Hellas with an indulgence which it never found in any Christian country, while heroic comradeship remained an ideal hard to realize and scarcely possible beyond the limits of a strictest Dorian sect. Yet the language of philosophers, historians, poets, and orators is unmistakable. All testify alike to the discrimination between vulgar and heroic love in the Greek mind. I propose to devote a separate section of this inquiry to the investigation of these ethical distinctions. For the present, a quotation from one of the most eloquent of the later rhetoricians will sufficiently set forth a contrast which the Greek race never wholly forgot. The one love is made for pleasure. The other loves beauty. The one is an involuntary sickness. The other is a sought enthusiasm. The one tends to the good of the beloved, the other to the ruin of both. The one is virtuous, the other incontinent in all its acts. The one has its end in friendship, the other in hate. The one is freely given, the other is bought and sold. The one brings praise, the other blame. The one is Greek, the other is barbarous. The one is virile, the other effeminate. The one is firm and constant, the other light and variable. The man who loves with one love is a friend of God, a friend of law, fulfilled of modesty and free of speech. He dares to court his friend in daylight and rejoices in his love. He rests with him in the playground and runs with him in the race, goes afield with him to the hunt, and in battle fight for glory at his side. In his misfortune he suffers, and at his death he dies with him. He needs no gloom of night, no desert place for his society. The other lover is a foe to heaven, for he is out of tune and criminal, a foe to law, for he transgresses law. Cowardly, despairing, shameless, haunting the dusk, lurking in desert places and secret dens, he would fain be never seen consorting with his friend, but shuns the light of day, and follows after night and darkness, which the shepherd hates, but the thief loves. And again, in the same desertion, Maximus Tyrus speaks to like purpose, clothing his precepts in imaginary. To see a fair body in bloom and full of promise of fruit. Spoil not, defile not, touch not the blossom, praise it as some wayfarer may praise a plant. Even so by Fulvius' altar have I seen a young palm shooting toward the sun. Refrain from Zeus and Fulvius' tree, wait for the fruit season, and thou shalt laugh more righteously. With the baser form of patristria I shall have little to do in this essay. Vice of this kind does not vary to any great extent, whether we observe it in Athens or in Rome and Florence of the 16th or in Paris of the 19th century. Nor in Hellas was it more noticeable than elsewhere, except for its comparative publicity. The nobler type of masculine love developed by the Greeks is, on the contrary, almost unique in the history of the human race. It is that which more than anything else distinguishes the Greeks from the barbarians of their own time, from the Romans and from modern men in all that pertains to the emotions. The immediate subject of the ensuing inquiry will, therefore, be that mixed form of patristria upon which the Greeks prided themselves, which had for its heroic ideal the friendship of Achilles and Patroclus, but which in historic times exhibited a sensuality unknown to Homer. In treating of this unique product of their civilization, I shall use the term Greek love, understanding thereby a passionate and enthusiastic attachment subsiding between man and youth, recognized by society and protected by opinion, which, though it was not free from sensuality, did not degenerate into mere licentiousness.